Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter linear equations. The lessons we're going to cover today are graph a line using slope, graph a line from an equation, write a linear equation from a slope and y-intercept, write a linear equation from a graph. So let's just start with the lesson. Here I am on grade 8 math. The chapter we are on right now is linear equation. Let's start with the lesson that is graph a line using slope. So graph this line. Graph the line that has a slope of 8 and includes the point 0, 1. So you are given the slope and a point. The slope is 8 and the point is 0 and 1, right? So we know that the slope is equal to change in y divided by change in x. Let me just explain here. Slope equals change in y divided by change in x, right? So slope is 8. That means that would be 8 over 1. So change in y is 8 and change in x is 1. Also, you are given a point 0 and 1. X is 0, y is 1. So here is the point 0 and 1. And change in y means this is the y-axis, right? So here is 8. Start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 8. And change in x is 1. So that means you just move from here to here. So you can see here from you moved 1 here and 8 here. So that is 8. That is the slope graph that has the slope 8 and the point 0 and 1. Got it? Let's just start with the other example. Graph the line that has a slope of 4 and includes the point 0.03. So the slope is change in divided by change in y. Slope equals change in x and change in y. So the slope is 4. That means 4 over 1, right? Change in y divided by change in x. That is y and that is x. So that means the y value is changing at 4 and the x value is changing at 1. Got it? You are given the point 0.03. So here is the point. X is 0, y is 3. This is the point. Now you have to change in y. The value is changing by 4. 1, 2, 3, and the x value is changing by 1. You have to move 1 here. So that is the other point, right? So the point is 1 and 7. Got it? So you have to connect these 2 points and draw a straight line. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Hi, any question? Graph the line that has the slope 8 and includes the point 1. You are given two of the graphs, right? Let's just see which is the correct option. You are given the slope 8. The slope is change in y divided by change in x. You can ask question. That means 8 over 1 because it doesn't have any denominator, so its denominator is 1, right? And you are given the point 0, 1. First, you have to plot the point 0 and 1. Let's just look at the first graph. Here is the point 0 and 1, right? The graph is starting from 0 and 1. X is 0 and y is 1. And the slope is change in y is 8. So you may have to see the change on y axis. Let's just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here is 1. So here is x and here is change. You can see there is the point here. So that means that is the correct option, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. If you look at the second graph, you don't have the point 0.01 here, right? So option number 1 is the correct option. The graph the line that has the slope of 4 and includes the point 0.03. So the slope is 4. That means that is 4 over 1, right? And the point is 0.03. X is 0, y is 3. Here is the point. And change in y, you have to see the change in y. 1, 2, 3, 4, and x is 1. So yes, that is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? The correct option is option number 1. graph the line that has a slope 1 by 9 includes the point 0, 0. This isn't the correct option. The main thing is the graph is not starting from 0, 0, right? 0, 0 means the graph is must be starting from the origin, right? But this one is not starting from the origin. So this is not the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. You can see this one. The graph is starting from 0, 0. And if we see the slope, that is 1, x is 1 and y is 9. So that is 1 over 9. Let me just see if the slope is 1 by 9. Yes, the slope is 1 by 9. Got it? Graph the line that is a slope of 1 and includes the point 2 and 9. Here is the first graph. Let me show you the other one. This is the one graph, first graph, and this is the second one. You can decide. Let me write here. The slope is 1 and the point is 2, 9. Then you can tell me which is the correct option, right? The slope is 1, sorry, and the point is 2 and 9. Which is the correct option, 1 or 2? Be careful. Check the slope, check the point, and I'll write the answer. The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option, right? Because you can see here the point. X is 2, Y is 9. Let me just. Here is the point 2 and 9. You can see here. Here you have 2 and here you have 9. And the slope is X is 1 and Y is 1. So here is the other point 1, 1, right? So option number 2 is the correct option, not 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is graph a line from an equation. So now we're going to learn how do we graph a line when we are given the equation, right? So the equation is y equals 6x plus 2, right? The equation is in the form, in the slope intercept form, that is y equals mx plus b. That is the equation in slope intercept form. So compare both the equations. Y x plus 2, m equals 6, the slope is 6, and b equals 2. So b is the y-intercept. Y-intercept means the point where graph is crossing the y-intercept, y-axis, right? So that means the on the y-intercept, x is 0, y is 2. So that means that this point is on the x-axis. So sorry, this point is on the y-axis. X is 0, y is 2. Here is the point. Slope is 6. That means 6 over 1. So change in y is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change in y is 6 and change in x is 1. So here is the other point. Got it? So the correct option, that's how we plot the graph when we are given the equation. If you have any question, you can ask. practice question. Questions. Graph this line using the slope and the y-intercept. So compare the equation to the slope-intercept form, that is y equals mx plus b. So y equals x plus 5. So that means the slope is 1 over 1 and the point, the y-intercept is 5. Here is the first graph and you have to tell me which is the correct option. And here is the second one. So which is the correct option? First one or second one? Option number one is the correct option. The basic thing you need to learn here is the y-intercept, sorry. The y-intercept. The y-intercept is 5. That means that is the point where graph is crossing the y-axis, right? X is 0, y is 5. So here is this point, right? So the correct option is option number 1. Option 1 is the correct option. Graph the line using the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is 7 and the y-intercept is 1. That means the graph is crossing the y-axis at 1. So which is the correct option? Option 1 or option 2? Which graph is crossing the y-axis at 1? Option number 2 is the correct option. Here is the point 0 and 1, right? So option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is graph the line using the slope and y-intercept. So that is y equals 2x plus 1. So slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 1. So which graph has the point 1, Which graph has the y-intercept 1? Which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, right? Because here is the uh, y-intercept 1 where graph is crossing the y-axis and the slope is 2. So the change in y is 2 and change in x is 1. So the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Graph the line using the slope and the y-intercept. Y equals 5x plus 4, which is the correct option. The y-intercept is 4. So option number 1 is the correct option or 2? The correct option is option number 2. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is write a linear equation from slope and y-intercept. There is a line whose slope is 5 and whose y-intercept is 5. What is the its equation in slope intercept form? So the equation in slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Here is the equation in slope intercept form. M is the slope and B is the y-intercept, right? So you are given the slope that is 5 and you are given the y-intercept that is 5. So y equals 5x plus 5. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. So you are given the slope and the y-intercept. You just have to put them in the equation and make the equation. A line has a y-intercept of 8 and a slope of 6. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? You are given the y-intercept is 8. The y-intercept means the b in the equation, right? And the slope is 6 means the m in the equation. The equation is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, that is 6. So y equals 6x and b is 8. So that is y equals 6x plus 8. Option number 1 is the correct option here. The equation is y equals 6x plus 8. The correct option is option number 1. Y equals 6x plus 8. A line's y-intercept is negative 10 and its slope is 3. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? The, s- the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is negative 10. The correct option is y equals 3x minus 10, right? Because the y-intercept is 10 and the slope is 3. So y equals 3x minus 10. There is a line whose slope is 2 and whose y-intercept is 6. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, equation number 1 is the correct option. Y equals 2x plus 6 is the correct option. A line's y-intercept is negative 3 and its slope is 7. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? The correct option is option number 1. That is y equals 7x minus 3 is the correct option. There is a line whose slope is 9 and whose y-intercept is 3. What is the its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals 9x plus 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. A line has a y-intercept of -9 and a slope of 4. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals 4x minus 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. A line slope is 5 and its y-intercept is -7. What is its equation in slope-intercept form? That is y equals 5x minus 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is write a linear equation from a graph. Okay, let's just see how do we write an equation from a graph. Look at this graph. You need two things again, that is slope and the y-intercept, right? The important two things here are, okay, let's just start with the test questions because they are already solved. You can have a look on them later today, right? Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line and the y-intercept? The graph is passing through the origin, right? That means x is 0, y is 0. So y-intercept is 0 because the graph is passing through the origin. Let's just calculate the slope. So here is the point, right? The point is y is 2, sorry, y is y is 2 and x is 1. So the slope is change in y divided by change in x, that is 2 by 1 equals 2. So the y equals 2x is the correct option and the y-intercept is 0. So the correct option is option number 1, y equals 2x. So basically when you have to write down the equation from the graph, you need two things. The first one is the slope and the second one is the a slope and the y-intercept, right? Y-intercept is the point where the graph is touching the x-axis. Okay, let's just move on to next example. Option number 1 equals, option number one is the correct option. That is y equals 2x. Look at this graph. You need two things: the y-intercept, the point where the graph is touching the y-axis. So here is the point. -40, -50 it is. So b equals -50. And the other thing is you need to find a slope. So just use any 2 points, the change in x and change in y. That means the slope is 1. So the equation is y equals x minus 50. Got it? The correct option is y equals x minus 50. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, option number 2 is the correct option. That is y equals x minus 80. Option number 2 is the correct option. Y equals x minus 80 is the correct option. Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals x minus 70. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form? Which is the correct option? The correct option is y equals x minus 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Look at this graph. What is the equation of the line in slope intercept form? So which is the correct option? Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Y minus x equal 40 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we were working on is linear equations. The lessons we have covered today are graph a line using slope, graph a line from an equation, write a linear equation from a slope and y-intercept, write a linear equation from a graph. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask questions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.